A new era live from the Mansfield Tavern here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Big shout out to everybody watching this broadcast, not only in Australia but around the world. XFC bringing you some of the best mixed martial arts action professionally and in the amateurs throughout the country. Ladies and gentlemen, fight number 14 is the next contest. This was one that we had a look at earlier. Jordan Thomas coming up against Timothy Schultz, one that Daniel Maudsley spoke about. We look forward to seeing how this one goes down. Three-minute rounds of lightweight action. Jordan Thomas, cage side now, getting ready to make his way into the cage. He comes into this contest with an amateur record, 3 wins and 1 loss. Of those 3 wins, 1 knockout, 2 submissions. He is a blue belt in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's held a WKBF Lightweight New South Wales Championship and also an IMAF Oceania 2018 silver medal. We asked him during the week where he thinks his improvements were. He said his striking was lacking in previous fights, but he's now feeling more confident and back on his feet again. Born in Sydney, he fights out of the Legends Gym. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent makes his way out to a cage side. It is Timothy Schultz, the man born in Tamworth Country, New South Wales. He fights out of Integrated MMA now here in Brisbane, coached by Adrian Pang, an amateur record, 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 no contest of those wins, one of them coming by knockout, one of them coming by submission. This man is as well a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He has experience in Muay Thai and also 2.5 years experience in mixed martial arts. The fight camp has been excellent now as well. This one, ladies and gentlemen, as well is a #1 contenders fight. The winner goes on to face Connor Birch on August 17, that card that we talked about that is coming up here in Brisbane. The winner of this contest goes on to face Connor Birch August 17. We asked him this week, Tim Schultz, what his prediction was for this fight. He said it'll be a 2nd or 3rd round stoppage. We can't wait to see how he goes tonight in this contest. It's lightweight action, 3-minute rounds, and Tim Schultz makes his way inside the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, now over to Daniel Maudsley for the official decision.
So, ladies and gentlemen, fight number 14 this evening is an amateur lightweight bout, which will be contested over 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 69.9 kilos and trains out of Legends Gym, holding an amateur MMA record of 3 wins with just 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jordan Thomas. And his opponent, he weighed in at 70.2 kilos and trains out of Integrated MMA, holding an amateur MMA record of 3 wins for 2 defeats and 1 no contest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Timmy Schultz. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Phil Cassidy.
There are those official introductions there from Daniel Maudsley. We get ready now for round number 1. Tim Schultz coming in nice and strong to start this fight. Well done, Tim Schultz. Schultz out of the block strong.
Beautiful timing on that double leg takedown from Tim Schultz. Now into close guard. Good work from Jordan Thomas too, re-guarding quickly when things hit the mat. So looking for a high guard, of course, both Jordan and his brother Ethan, phenomenal jiu-jitsu practitioners.
He's looking quite comfortable off his back at the moment, using that cage to walk.
Now, Daniel, you spoke about this.
About the toes in the cage there, Dan.
You spoke about this fight in our preview, Daniel. This was one that you're really interested in watching here, Jordan Thomas specifically.
Yeah, no, this is a really interesting fight. Both Timmy Schultz and Jordan Thomas, 2 of the hottest prospects in the amateur ranks at lightweight in the country at the moment. So very fortunate to have them both lock horns here on XFC 41. And Timmy Schultz getting the better of the opening minute at the moment, showing some positional dominance here in the grappling. But Jordan Thomas doing a good job of minimising the damage. He's staying active with his guard, threatening for submissions. Looks like there again he looks to try and get that leg over the shoulder there of Timmy Schultz.
Good pressure being applied here from Tim Schultz on top. A good defensive work as well from Jordan Thomas. Both of these men, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belts. I'll be looking to put that into action here. And this is the perfect spot to see it in action.
Yeah, Jordan Thomas now looking to open those hips up and move those hips. Trying to explode out the side as soon as he gets some room.
And great work there from Jordan Thomas. Oh, but look at this butterfly pass
Well
from
done.
Tim Schultz. He's doing a great job of hooking the butterfly hook with his far hand, you can see there. So he's going to try and push down the right knee now of Jordan Thomas and step over into side control.
There we go. He's looking to get that side control, Daniel.
And beautiful work there from Tim Schultz.
Nice room, and looks to isolate that arm as well.
But good work getting back to his head guard now from Jordan Thomas. So some very technical grappling exchanges here on the mat.
Good to see the jiu-jitsu in play here, gentlemen. Fantastic technical display.
So we spoke earlier, Ben, about how even if you are limiting the offense of the fighter on top, usually in the judges' eyes, it is the fighter on top that's going to win the round. So
100%, and that's how it is in MMA, and this is what Jordan Thomas now needs to be very, very wary of. With less than 20 seconds to go in this round, all you can say is being off his back hasn't done him any favours on the judges' scorecards.
Good pressure here from Tim Schultz, attempting those maneuvers to get past the butterfly, as Daniel mentioned. Trying to get on top here and score those points in the eyes of the judges. That is the end of round number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Fight 14. An excellent display there, gentlemen, of that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, very technical first round. Well done, boys.
Tim Schultz looking really, really good. The boy born in Tamworth and now fights out of that fabled integrated MMA gym that we've spoken about so many times this evening.
yep, some very experienced corners, of course. We have, looks like Adrian Pang doing what he does best in the corner there for Timmy Schultz, and Alan Philpott, the head coach at Legends MMA, of course, a very successful professional fighter, originally hailing from England, I believe, and Alan now residing in Sydney, and has a really impressive stable of fighters coming through his gym there at Legends. And, of course, that all led by Ethan and Jordan Thomas. I know, Ben, you were with me in the commentary booth a couple XFCs ago when we saw David Martinez and Ethan Thomas lock horns, and that was one of my favourite fights of the last couple of years.
Pretty much any fight that's got Davey Martinez is one of my favourite fights, Dan. I love that kid. Got a big fight this weekend as well.
And here we go, Timmy Schultz.
Straight out again.
Round 2. Timmy Schultz, lots of pressure early on. He did this in the first round. Now let's see, goes for the shot. Well defended, Jordan Thomas.
Oh.
But no, cannot hold it. Down we go.
Beautiful. Look at this, rolling for a leg lock. Dangerous in MMA to be in this position.
Schultz has done a very good job there.
He's going to turn it back into a half guard. So good scramble though from Jordan Thomas to avoid giving up the back. But Timmy Schultz, like you said there, Ben, doing a great job just riding it out.
Yeah, very high level.
So like you mentioned earlier, Steve, both these fighters blue belts in jiu-jitsu, but showing technique well beyond their belt level in this one.
The battle back on the ground here, gents. Round number 2, fight 14 of the night here, XFC 41.
The pressure from Schultz has been relentless from the opening bell.
Oh, beautiful dexterity there in the guard position, looking for that armbar. Tim Schultz now on his feet, got to make the decision.
Good shot. Hands it on the left quad. Another one as well. Up he gets Jordan Thomas.
Oh, nice 1-2 there from Jordan Thomas on the break. But Tim Schultz, he looks like he's just got a real strength advantage when these two lock up.
Yeah, look, Thomas is in a dogfight. There's no doubt about that.
A lot of the time, Ben, in these grappling exchanges, when technique levels are similar, it will be the stronger man who will prevail. And look at that. Hands locked. Jordan Thomas going for
and
a
the
ride.
busier man. Look at this.
Gets him.
Come over and see my coach, says Schultz.
Adrian Pang with 2 hands in the air. He liked that one.
Come over and hear what my corner's got to say, says Benny. Vidar in the corner, pushing away. Good pressure here from Schultz once again. He's got that leg wrapped up, the right leg of Thomas wrapped up.
Yeah, but again, it's not going to do much from this position. He's definitely around down. He needs to scramble hard, and he needs to start thinking a position right now. Good work to Nelly get back to his feet.
Oh, beautiful work there again from Tim Schultz.
Schultz just stuffing the attempt. Great sprawling there from Stiltz as he
Standing
goes for a
guillotine.
standing guillotine.
Oh, and a
slam from
takedown of Jordan Thomas.
Good work, Mr. Thomas.
Oh, there's a Von Flu choke on here. This is tight. This
Oh,
is
he could
tight.
have it
This
here.
is where
is
Schultz
tight.
needs to be
Oh,
very
this is
careful.
Very tight. If you hold on to that guillotine when the body gets to the opposite side of the head, you are in danger of a Von Flu choke. But it looks like Timmy Schultz toughing his way through that one. Wow.
Wow, breathing in right in front of us here, gentlemen. You can see Tim Schultz breathing in that air. He's got his coach's corner here right next to us, screaming at him as well.
Yeah, for those of you at home, might not have realised how close that submission actually was.
That was very close. We could see it up here. That's the end of the round. Strong finish from
Great
Jordan
way
Thomas.
to finish from Thomas. He needs a big round, though.
Yeah, more than likely, still 2 rounds in the book for Timmy Schultz here. Hey, Ben.
Strong finish,
That's the
though,
way I
gentlemen.
see it. I think Thomas really needs to come home, or he's got to finish this fight to win this.
What a very strong finish that was to that round, gentlemen. Where do we have it sitting? You sound like you still think Tim Schultz has it 2 rounds up?
I think barely, but yeah, I think his pressure work. Look, it was great to see Jordan Thomas come home at the end, but I think for the first 3 quarters of that, it was all Schultz.
Yeah, so the slam and sneaky submission attempt there to close out round 2 from Jordan Thomas. Unlikely to be enough to still in the round, though, so may well indeed have his work cut out for him here, does the man fighting out of Legends Gym.
Seconds are down, both fighters ready to go. Here we have it, the final round, gents, fight number 14. He's ready to go again, Schultz, look at him. Out of the traps he comes, ready to put the pressure on Jordan Thomas.
Timmy Schultz, not a second to waste.
That patented integrated MMA pressure on display again here from Tim Schultz as they lock up early in round 3. And look at this, Jordan Thomas with his hands locked. Well, Tim Schultz, oh, beautiful work there. I was just about to say it looked like he was going for a ride as we see a hip toss attempt now from Jordan Thomas. Great chain wrestling on display from both these gentlemen.
Now we see the cage pressure by Schultz, looking to go low and sucks those legs out.
So now we'll see if Jordan can try and wall walk his way back to his feet. And look at that,
Yeah.
Tim Schultz.
Good.
Beautiful work.
Great work just
Yeah.
taking him off the cage there.
So really seeing the experience there of Timmy Schultz just shining through, directing Jordan Thomas off the cage to take away the opportunity for that wall walk triangle attempt. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he gets his head out, Tim
Wow.
Schultz.
He's a wily old cat, isn't he, old Jordan Thomas?
That was a beautiful setup.
But the pressure from this man, Tim Schultz, is relentless.
Tim Schultz coming forward once again. Wonderful display here on the ground, gentlemen. The jiu-jitsu from both men.
Yeah,
It's
I
been
love
excellent.
that triangle setup, but Tim Schultz knew exactly what he was doing, didn't panic at all. Straight out of there.
Schultz just doing enough now. He's in a very good position as far as the judges' scorecards, you would think.
Keeping that top pressure now is what we've talked about all night, gents. He's keeping that top pressure.
He does have to be very careful, though, because it seems Jordan Thomas has quite a few tricks in his bag.
Yeah, really sneaky submissions. That triangle setup from the Kimura grip was something pretty special there. But Timmy Schultz, look at this.
Back. Well done, Schultz.
Can he get those hooks in?
Oh,
One in.
little high in the back now. I'd like to see Jordan tripod, but no, look at that. Tim right back down the spine he goes.
Good strength there from Thomas.
30 seconds to go. This would be a big statement if Tim Schultz could get a finish here. And
Schultz now with 2 hooks
both
in.
hooks. Look at this. He's going for the ankle lock by locking down the 2 legs.
That was tight, gents.
And here's landing right now. Some heavy shots.
Heavy from behind. Referee looking at
Jordan
this
Thomas
one
is
closely.
threatened. He has to
seconds to go.
defend himself.
He's got to defend. He has to defend. 10 seconds remaining.
And there's Ethan Thomas again going for that ankle lock. Not going to have enough time to finish it off, though.
And that's it.
Great
That is the
display
end of
from
the
both
contest.
gents, but
What a fight.
you'd have to think, all things going his way, it was all Tim Schultz.
What another great contest that was here, gents. XFC 41. Tim Schultz, plenty of pressure, in some real trouble at the back end of that second round, in danger of that Von Flue choke, but he managed to get out of it. And there he was, lots of pressure again in that third round. You'd expect him to get the judge's decision, but as you have said so accurately all night, Ben Livingston, if you leave it up to the judges, anything is possible. Great performance there from Tim Schultz. We await for the official decision. Daniel Maudsley getting that in his hands. Let's see what the judges have come up with. We now go to Daniel Maudsley for the official decision.
So, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored about 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. In the red corner, Timmy Schultz.
No major surprises there, Ben. It was Tim Schultz that comes away with the victory. An excellent display of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that blue belt experience coming to the fore. Now he moves on to face Connor Birch on August 17. This was a #1 contender fight, so he puts himself into a championship contention. Well done for him. A couple of photos with his team. We await Dan Maudsley to have a chat with him for ahead of what's happening in the future. We await that discussion.
All right,
now.
so I'm here with your victor from fight number 14, Timmy Schultz. Just a beautiful display of grappling there between you and Jordan Thomas. Is that how you saw the fight going down?
Not at all, actually. I worked a lot of stand-up for this game. He sort of seemed a bit tentative from what I watched. It's hard. There's not much of him. But I wanted to set up a head kick and do whatever, but I thought I have a full MMA game. Let's use it all. We're at the back. I was drilling isolations and punching. Got him on the ground. I was like, oh, well, fuck. Might as well take it.
Well, just quickly before we let you go, I've just received confirmation from our promoter, Wombat Jones, that you will now be the next man to challenge Connor Birch for the XFC Amateur Lightweight Championship. So quickly, give me your thoughts on that matchup.
I told him 2 years ago at the back of a weigh-ins when I was dehydrated as hell. I was like, you got that strap, I'm taking it from you. Fortunately enough, he got it back. Everything's come full circle 2 years later. I'm going to take that belt. We've got 2 spots on our wall for it. So 1 for Jamie, 1 for me. And it's going to happen on the same night.
Well, can't wait for it, mate.
Just want a massive thank you, particularly to Adrian Pang. He takes away nearly every weekend away from his family, spends it with us. Nothing but the utmost respect, and glad to call him a head coach. Thank you. Thank you for everyone else who come here with me and supported me, all the boys. I love this shit.
Well, we love watching you fight. One more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for your new #1 contender, Timmy Schultz.
Tim Schultz there now takes that #1 contender spot that we talked about. Connor Birch will be the next opponent for him, provided God willing that happens. August 17th will be that contest. Fantastic performance there from Tim Schultz. Unanimous points decision. It was very, very well done.